Yasha Daga Devanshi Shah. Voice of Architecture, Aabha. By Yasha Daga Devanshi Shah. Can you please introduce yourself and share a bit about your background in architecture and/or design? What inspired you to participate in the Sunlight in Architecture 2023 design competition?
Hi, this is Devanshi Shah. I'm an architecture graduate from CEPT University, Ahmedabad, India.
Hi, this is Yasha Daga. I am an architecture graduate from Pune University, Jaipur, India. We have always been inspired by the light and shadows and how the place interacts with it.
The Sunlight in Architecture competition provided us an excellent opportunity to design a residence with sunlight as an element.
Could you provide a brief description of your winning design? What were the key elements and concepts you incorporated?
We started by asking critical questions that correlated sunlight as an integral element to the spatial experience of a home. We inquired about how we perceive light. Does it create drama? Is it a tangible material? Or do we only live in the presence of light?
The design revolves around the material we have chosen for the residence according to the site, context, and the controls we have given in the walls as well as in the ceiling. The play of sunlight interacting with the space creates a holistic mood for the residents, transforming the space.
Ranchada, a small town in Ahmedabad, India, was chosen site for the particular project. We designed the villa in a way to gain maximum sunlight along with minimum heat gain. The struggle for the light is what made the design process a milestone.
Through Aabha, we aim to create a home around the pockets of light. These pockets are juxtaposed together through a courtyard bridge, corner fenestration, and rays of skylights through the concrete slabs, washing the walls of the house in a soft sunny glow.
The ground floor is a public domain with a double volume formal lounge which overlooks the kund and the informal veranda, kitchen, a small dining space, and some storage. A staircase then takes one up to a more private area with two bedrooms connected via a bridge. Each bedroom has a washroom and a small study area.
The shadows play around the villa as the day passes, also allowing the moonlight to dance around when the night comes. The slits on the roof projecting upon the bridge gives the connection from the ground floor to the sky itself. The bedroom slits makes the user sleep under the sky while gazing at the stars.
The villa typology allows freedom to play with volumes and additions of multiple courtyards that create a harmonious character on site. The parametric brick enclosures seem to dance around the space, almost sculpting each room and letting in light through a small series of voids. The house caters to a family of 4 people spread across 360 square meters in front of Ranchada Lake in Ahmedabad, Gujarat, India.
How do you perceive the importance of sunlight in architectural design? What benefits does it bring to occupants and the overall atmosphere of a space? Did you encounter any challenges in maximizing the utilization of sunlight in your design, and how did you address them?
Sunlight is an important contextual experience that changes across various types of landscapes. It alters the color of light while entering the building. Sunlight also affects the atmosphere of the space, creating different moods at various times of the day.
The main challenge was to maximize the use of sunlight whilst limiting the heat gain from the site climate. We started to tackle the harsh sunlight of Ahmedabad by creating a series of small fenestrations that were proportionately articulated by keeping in mind the materiality we had chosen for the site.
How did you prioritize the well-being and comfort of the occupants in your design through the effective use of sunlight? Can you describe any specific spatial or experiential qualities created by the presence of natural light in your design?
Presence of optimum sunlight in a space directly enhances the comfort level of residents. The exposed concrete roof has a series of glass strips that not only create an interesting pattern of rhythmic shadows as the sun moves across the day, but also provide various ambiances to the user.
This ambience is best experienced when one walks across the glass bridge on the first floor and also while one is enjoying the lake view in the informal veranda on the ground floor.
Based on your experience and insights, how do you envision the role of sunlight in architecture evolving in the future?
The role of sunlight in the future remains as important as it is now, if not more. The new technologies also develop the maximum intake of sunlight using it as a solar energy or kinetic space or more.
What advice would you give to aspiring architects or designers who are interested in exploring the integration of sunlight in their designs? Based on your experience, What are the key elements that make a design stand out in a competition of this nature?
The sunlight has always played a vital role in architecture. It is our reflection that the whole experience of space changes with the sunlight as its shadows directly influencing the design. The massive long brick walls create enclosures but also connect each other through parametric fenestration.
Aspiring designers and architects shall get excited with the idea of incorporating sunlight in their designs. It is our belief that even if one is designing in a desert with no surrounding built forms, the sun and the moon become the context and one must adhere to them.
For latest architecture competitions, visit Archiol Competitions.